Hey everybody, welcome to another Paint the Edge Off, where I teach you to make a cool painting in about an hour and I get a little drunk doing it. My name is Joel and today we are painting this right here. I call it East Mountain. It's a cool painting. I don't know, this photo's kind of weird, but it's a cool painting. So I'm going to walk you through step by step how to make that painting. I'm going to tell you everything you need for that. Before I get to all the stuff you need for this painting, please like, share, follow, subscribe, search Paint the Edge Off, you'll find me. I appreciate all that. And also, like I do with all my classes, I'm going to give away a free giveaway painting. All you have to do is correctly answer my subjective trivia question first in the comments, and I will send you a free painting of your choice, okay? So, here's what you're going to need for this painting. You'll need a canvas, okay? I use 16 by 20, but you can use any kind of canvas, really. I also have an easel. If you don't have an easel, you can lay your painting down flat on the table somewhere and do it that way. I've also got some other stuff. I got paper towels. Okay, that helps me with whoopsie daisies and stuff like that. I've got a water cup. Okay, you need some kind of water cup. This is acrylic paint. Okay, so you need water to mix in with it. Thank you. Also, I've got another little bowl, little water bowl. That would be for whenever I use my sponge, which I'll get to in a minute. That's a little bowl to kind of wash that out because it doesn't really fit in my water cup. I've also got a blow dryer. Helps me dry my painting fast. I've got whiskey. That helps. I've also got paper plates that I use for my palette. Feel free to use anything you want for a palette, but paper plates are good and easy and cheap. And then I've got some tools here, okay? So I've got a pencil, all right? This is what's known as a pencil. I've also got a kneaded eraser. Okay, in case I do it to erase something. I usually use the pencil just at the beginning to kind of sketch out some stuff. Then I've got some chalk. Okay, a couple different colors, see whichever one works better, but chalk is good to draw on your dried paint layer, and you can kind of sketch, and then it comes right off. I've also got a little sponge, okay? If you don't have a sponge, you can just take a paper towel and wad it up, and that'll give you texture. But this is just kind of make a little textures part that we use at the end of the painting. And I've got 3 brushes. Oh wait, I should have a 4th brush. So I've got my usual 4 brushes here. I've got my big flat brush, my medium flat brush, my medium round brush, and my little baby brush, okay? So take those, put them brushes down your water cup, leave them there anytime you're not using them. I've also got black paint, white paint, blue, phthalo blue, a light yellow, and a little raw sienna, okay? Yellow ochre will work. We're just gonna use that raw sienna for like one little tiny part, okay? Oh, and I also have a palette knife. I should have already gotten this out, but I forgot. Okay, palette knife. This is a little cheap plastic one you can get at Hobby Lobby. I've got a nice metal one somewhere, but we're gonna use this one because I forgot to get it out. Okay, I think that's everything. Let's take a shot and get going. Cheers. Okay. Alright, let's get started here. Now, if you're watching on TikTok, Twitch, you can see a lot of this stuff a lot better. If you have Twitch, probably a better view on there. On TikTok, you're just going to be able to see the painting. Okay. Okay, let's get going here. Oh shit, you know I need to change my shot counter down to 1. I have not taken 11 shots, I've taken 1. Okay. Okay, so first thing I want to do is kind of draw like my little horizon line at the top, and I draw my mountain in. Okay, so the top mountain is going to be maybe about a quarter of the canvas, alright? So I'm going to take a little line, just kind of lightly draw a line right here. You can draw it a little lighter, I'm going to draw it a little darker so you guys can see it. Okay, but there's a line, alright? Then I've also got my mountain here. Now the mountain's going to be kind of close to the top, but not all the way, kind of right in the middle, maybe a little to the left of the middle. Then I'm just going to kind of draw this mountain down, okay? Don't be too worried about the shape, because when we paint it in, it'll probably change anyway. Don't worry too much about that. Okay, I'm going to draw my next big mountains up here. So I've got right about halfway up your canvas. Let's make a mark there. Okay, right about there. And let's just draw a little mountain that's kind of going down, kind of come right over the middle of the canvas. Over here, about the same area, let's draw another mountain that kind of goes up, goes down here. Alright, something like that. This mountain's got another little mountain that comes out. Okay, and then from there I'm gonna draw some other little mountains kind of fading off here in the background. Maybe there's a little mountain there. Right. Okay, so do a few of those as I get back here. I might drive more close together. Looks like they're further away and such. And there we go. That's pretty much all we need to do to start drawing, okay? Little quick little, what's this? Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. And this shows, okay. Alright, okay, let's paint. Okay, how do I start this? Okay, take a plate. Let's take some white paint. Let's get white, black, blue. You see a little drop of black. Some blue. And let's get a, we're gonna get just a drop of yellow ochre that we'll use later. A little bit there, okay? That's my plate, all right? Let's take our big brush out of our water cup and give it a little tap off, okay? Makes you feel fancy, like a fancy artist to do that. All right, and then let's take some white. I'm gonna start with my light color, okay? So let's start with white. And I'm going to start by kind of putting white all in this background. Again, I want to start by stirring my water in. I might even use a lot of white water because I'm going to mix a lot of this, use a lot of this white, so I want a lot of the white mixed in with some water, white water. It's like a tongue twister. All right, let's take white paint. Let's start painting, okay? So now, at first, it's going to be pretty unimpressive. It's just kind of white, and you're like, okay, well, not very exciting. And it's not exciting. We're painting a white canvas white, okay? That's what we're doing. Okay, so paint your canvas white. And you know, when you paint this white, this will be the last step that you can go, wow, you can't mess this up really. It's like, wow, it's still white. Okay, I haven't messed anything up yet. But you know what? What's old BR say? Old B. Ross. Bob R. The Ross boss. It's just happy accidents, right? Okay, now let's take just a little tiny bit of our raw sienna. Let's take just a drop of that on the corner of my brush, and let's just mix that in with like a whole shitload of white. It's supposed to be like barely even noticeable, so just lots of white. Just a tiny amount of that raw sienna, and it's almost just barely a different color. Okay? Okay, and we'll take that, and we're going to put a little bit of that out here, kind of around the bottom. Maybe around out here away from the, kind of here on the edges, okay? You can put a little, just kind of really just like around kind of your lighter areas. I know I'm going to keep this bottom spotlight. Maybe up here at the top I could put a little in there. Okay, but just kind of spread it around. Now it's going to be very subtle right now. This whole painting's kind of a painting of subtleties, right? Okay, now I'm going to get more white because I've used all my white up. Okay, let's wash our brush out. Let's get some more white, blue, and a drop of black. Okay, some white, little tiny bit of blue. And you see how that instantly just takes over all of my white paint. Just a tiny drop is more than enough. All right, let's take that over here. And let's take a little bit of black in there. Now, what's most likely is that you're gonna have to just keep adding white because it's probably what you just added. It's probably way more than you wanted. Typical paint. Okay, so that's kind of a good color, but now we need to lighten it up. So let's take more white. And let's mix this whole thing of white in here. Here we go. Okay, so it's still like a very light color, really. And we'll see. Maybe this is too light. Maybe I could go darker. But let's just try this. Okay, let's start here. Let's put a little cloud in here. Oh no, that's a good color. Okay. Now let's just kind of start there. Put some up here. All right, there's some clouds. And I could take. Oh, I could do a little bit darker clouds in some areas. Let's start with this. Just kind of lightly get some darker spots. Maybe there's a little cloudy sky. Okay, we're making ourselves a cloudy sky. Now we can take a little bit more blue, a little bit more black. Yeah. Now we get a little bit darker color. I'd rather not. Okay, there's a little bit darker. Now let's go ahead and go kind of like maybe a little more of a cloud shape there. Ooh, a little cloud there too. And then we can kind of lightly brush that. Now we got a little bit darker spots, maybe a little dark spot here. Constantly rolling, yeah. And there we go, okay? Now we got some clouds up there. Yeah, something like that. And now maybe last thing I'll do, wash my brush and I can get a little white. And maybe we could lighten up some areas if maybe your white's already kind of drying because it's been on there for a minute, and maybe your clouds are just not blending at all. They're just kind of flat on your painting. It's not mixing. Well, let's go back and let's just take some white. Wash your brush, get some white paint back on there. You can be a little bit of that blue, but just take, you know, a lighter color here. And let's go back. Let's kind of like brush some more white in here. Gonna blend anything away. Maybe we can get a little too crazy with some areas. A little white back in there might help. Okay, we're gonna call that good for our sky. Okay, the sky's just a very light, vague layer. Okay. Oh, happy Wednesday, everybody. Let's take one more shot, okay? Let's take ourselves a quick shot. All right, I'm gonna take a shot and then we'll paint the mountain now. God. Okay, and I spilled some whiskey on my plate, which, you know, maybe whiskey's good to mix with acrylic paint. I don't know. Maybe we should try that. I think I'm just gonna set this plate down here for now. Okay, let's get blue and white. We've got to play with some blue and white, which we can probably just use this plate, I suppose. Okay, let's go ahead and, yeah, let's just use this plate. We've already kind of got this grayish blue, but we want this to be more blue. So let's just bring blue in here. See what blue wants to do. Oh, it's going to take over, of course. Why did I get that much blue? We're going to need a lot, so it's okay. We'll just have to add more white to this. But there we go. There's kind of a blue color. We want it to be kind of grayish blue. So we still need maybe a little bit more black. And then we'll probably add a little white to kind of lighten it up. We want this to be kind of like a little bit darker, but definitely a grayish blue. Or just like a hint of gray. So you do want to add some black in there with your white and blue. But this is a pretty dark color. Let's add some white. Well, maybe that's okay. Yeah, it's okay. I could add maybe a little bit more blue to it. Let's add a little bit more blue. Okay, let's start here. Let's start with this. And now I'm just going to make a nice, solid edge. Lots of thick paint. And we're just going to go, wow, there it is. You know, make your hand a little bumpy. Give it some bumps. All right, let's do some bumps, okay? There we go. And there we go. Bring it all the way out here to the edge. Okay, kind of messed that up. Okay. All right, and then we're just going to kind of go back and forth here. This mountain's very far in the distance. We're going to add a lot of detail to it, but once we get that done, clean our brush off again. So, you know, I'm just going to squeeze it out with a paper towel, give it a wash. Let's get some more white paint, okay? Let's give it a little wash. I'm just going to get some white paint on here. And I'm going to start at the bottom. It's going to basically get lighter as it goes down. So while this paint's wet, let's get some, clean your brush out, get some white paint. And, you know, start at the bottom here. Let's go down here at the bottom. Okay. See how light that is? We want that to be real light at the bottom. Now, once I start blending, I don't want to add a lot of paint. I just want to use the paint that's on my brush. Blend these colors together. If it's your blue is really strong and then you take white in there, it's not doing enough, add more white. If you took some white and it's just getting real thick and you're not getting any blending, you probably have too much paint. So every so often wipe your brush off and go in and kind of blend in what you have. Okay? There we go. Something like that, right? And wow, look at us, okay? We're making a painting. Okay. Hope you're all having a good Wednesday. Having a good Wednesday. Going up on a Wednesday. Wednesday. Friends Day. Wednesday's Friends Day. Let's add a little bit. Let's kind of make this a little lighter down here at the edge, which is kind of hard. Come on, pretty pink, pretty pink. Well, let's go ahead and get that a little lighter up all the way out to the edge. There we go. Okay, so, yeah, there we go. Maybe I could blend this away a little bit. Okay. Okay, now once we get there, we'll move on to this spot. But, you know, I think I've earned myself a shot. How are we doing out there? How's it going in the multiverse? Cheers. Oh, okay. Shot 3. Okay, so, there's like white on the mountain, but we'll do that later, okay? Right now, we're gonna fill in all this area, okay? So I believe what I do here is I start with a white, or a very light bluish gray. I think I just start with white. Fill in white, but I just kind of leave this top edge. This is the top edge of a mountain. I kind of like leave that alone. Kind of like leave a little space on these. So it looks like there's going to be some little like empty worms left. Of course, it won't look like that actually because it's going to be all white. So you're not really be able to see this very well. So I'm sorry about that. Okay, white paint. Big brush. Wash it out. Clean white paint. Stir your water in. My water's turned a little blue, and at first it looks like it's going to change the color of the white paint. It really shouldn't. If it does, you probably have paint in your brush, not the water color. The color of your water generally won't really change much of the color of the paint. Still good to change your water out once in a while, but really it might look a lot worse at first until you get it all stirred in, and then it kind of goes away. I can already tell I'm going to need more white. Pretty pink, time for them, no time for them. Alright, pretty pink. Okay, white paint. Okay, let's go in here and let's just start in the middle here. Now again, I'm gonna leave a little space right there below this line that I drew. Okay, now I'm gonna go above the top. I'm gonna go along the outside of it. I'm gonna go above that line. I'm gonna leave a little empty. So right here, I'm going to trace the top of I'll go above this line, above that, and then I'm going to go leave a little space between that, or right underneath that line, so there's kind of an empty space right here, but I'm leaving with no paint. So that's when I put my dark color on there. It's still dark. It doesn't mix too much with the white. You'll see in a minute, okay? You know what? You'll see in a second, alright? Alright, here we go. You'll see in a minute, okay? Quit rushing. Oh, that was thick paint. Oh, that's really thick. So I'm going above that one. Oh, God, that's so thick. Okay. Above that line, leave a little bit empty below it. Here we go. We'll go above this line. Here. Above this line. Again, I'm just leaving a little bit of blank spaces. Okay. Gotten that all the white in. Let's go to the very top. This part we're going to be a little delicate with. Let's get some of this in here. Alright. And then once I get that in there, I can kind of blend that in a little bit. Get that white blending a little bit at the bottom of the mountain. So you want this bottom mountain to go all the way to just white paint at the bottom. It's going to blend into white. Okay, once we get that in, we're good to go. I'm going to take my... This is probably a good space to use my medium flat brush. Okay, now I'm gonna go back to this color over here, and I'm probably gonna make it add a little bit more white to it, so it's not quite as dark. This is the color we use for the mountain in the background, but that is probably a little too dark. So let's just take a scoop of this, bring it over here, and let's just add a lot of white to that. So I want it to be a little lighter. This is a really dark color, so it's going to take probably a lot of white to lighten it up. Let's get a little water, starting to dry out. So get mixing. Get busy mixing or get busy dying. What was that? Shawshank Redemption. Shawshank Redemption. White paint. There we go. There we go. A little bit lighter. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start basically just drawing back in the tops of these lines that we drew. Right? Kind of start there. These are the tops of my little mountains that I had drawn in originally. Alright, so let's kind of draw some of those, paint some of those back in. Now this is why I left it empty, because if it was wet, it would just instantly blend, it would change the color. We want to have a nice solid edge at the top where it's not blended. That's kind of why I left it, you know. That's why I left it alone, you know. I wasn't neglecting it. You might think, oh, my mountains are like, you're neglecting me. What about me? That's not what I was doing. Okay, I might wipe some of the paint off my brush, get a little drier. Let's go in here and let's just kind of brush back and forth. And there we go. We're just going to kind of do that lightly. Start at the top. Blend our way down into the white. I'm pressing super lightly, very light. You know, and I could even put some little other areas, like maybe there's a little fog over here, a little kind of vague mountain. But we're just going to kind of bring these light colors down into the white, let them fade into the white. I can go back in a minute and kind of add some more little details or some more little in-between mountains or in-between colors in between some of these. Alright. Oh, that's a very light one. Okay. Put that down. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, now my paint's drying a little bit. I want to move fast. Maybe I'll add, you know, a little bit more of this color in between some of these. Just kind of give it just a little bit more care, just a little bit more going on, not just white. And then these isolated little mountains. Maybe I can add some more paint colors in there. So some of these spots are a little too boring. We can jazz them up a little bit. Okay, and that's about it. Okay, we've got some little mountains. We'll go back and add some more dark colors later. And you know, if we want, I could take maybe more of my dark gray color here, or I could add a, you know, more of a gray color or more of a blue color, and go back with some other colors and put those in between some areas, and you know, maybe I'll add a little more black, and I got a little more of a dark gray mixture now. And I could put some of that in some areas, but you don't want to get too crazy with this. I mean, we'll put some of these colors in later, but if you just really want to add another shade in there. Okay, I kind of messed that up. Okay, don't do what I just did. Okay, maybe here, maybe some of these, I could add a little bit darker colors, maybe there. Okay, you know, okay, I'm gonna stop before I fudge it up. Okay, so that's the next step. We should probably take one quick shot here, and we should probably, okay, next we need to do this part here. This painting's gonna go pretty quick, I think. No, chairs. Okay. Okay, so now. Okay, now, what we want to do, here's what we want to do. I'm gonna go back to my big flat brush. Oh, count my shot. I'm gonna go back to my big flat brush. And I probably want to go back to this dark color, this dark blue color. Let's really mix a lot of water in there because it's probably drying out a lot. Let's get that in there. Let's grab a little bit more black. Can make this a little darker. Maybe just a drop, just a shade darker than that. Or really, I don't know, almost the same, really. Try to make it different some way. I want to get some yellow. I want to put a little drop of yellow on this plate. On my other plate. Alright. So I can play with that a little bit. Okay, let's take that. Okay, let's start with this. Okay, let's just go here. Is that... Yeah, that's fine. Okay, we're gonna go here. We're gonna kind of draw that, paint that edge in, but make a nice hard edge there. Let's go ahead and make this little mountain. It comes out here and it kind of blends into the white. Okay, so let's go ahead and paint this in. And we'll add some white down there in a minute. But right now, let's just fill this in. Let's stop about... Let's leave a little space right there. Let's bring that down. Let's go over here and do the same thing. Get a nice solid edge in. Bring that down. Kind of stop a little bit because we're going to take some white. Kind of blend that in, okay? So, got that in. Wash your brush out. Get some white paint. What's up, Jake? How's it going? It goes well. How are you doing? Okay, let's go to our white paint. I'm gonna get some more white paint. Get a lot of white paint. Get your water all mixed in there. Alright, let's start here. Let's start at the bottom. Put that white in. You want another song. Alright. So, I'm going to kind of blend this in, okay? Before I blend that in, let's start here. I want this to be real white. And kind of blend lightly into this little back mountain right here. So I'm going to start with this one. Alright, I can go a little into this mountain, whatever. Alright, let's go back to my white paint. That white paint in there, let's blend these together. Okay? Keep taking white paint, okay? I like to have a lot of thick white paint here. Got a lot of big, long blendage going on. There we go. A nice big blendage. Okay, we take that up. And, kind of get it go a little lighter as it goes up. Kind of same thing to the mountain in the background. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Kind of got our mountains in. Okay, we got all the fogginess. Thanks, Jake. What you drinking? 4 Roses. Whiskey. When is 4 Roses just gonna, like, sponsor me, you know? Because I've probably gotten, like, one person out there to drink 4 Roses. Okay. Oh, yeah, let's get more Dr. Pepper. Okay, let's blow dry. Let's do the trivia question, and... First part, always kind of got to blow through and get all the paint on there first to start. So we got that step in. Okay, then we'll go ahead and do a blow dry. Shot 5. Okay. We're going to blow dry and... do our trivia question. Okay, so trivia question for today is, what is the worst board game? Is it A, Toots and Splatters, B, Monotony, C, Peckers, D, Handyland, E, Cattle Ship, F, Mousecraft, G, Don't Break Daddy, or H, Charades? All right, give it a guess. What is the worst board game? But you know what? Actually, I think before... I want to totally blow dry this, I guess. No, it's fine. Okay, so again, that's the trivia question. What's the worst board game? A, Toots and Splatters. B, Monotony. C, Peckers. D, Handyland. E, Cattle Ship. F, Mousecrap. G, Don't Break Daddy. Or H, Charades. Okay, so we need to add, we're going to put the white, maybe we'll just start at the top and work our way down one more time. Get all the details on. And then at the end, we'll put the trees at the bottom. Yeah. That'll work. I don't even think I really need a blow dry, honestly. If I'm being honest. Okay, I got yellow on this plate, but I don't need it yet. Okay, let's take the trivia question down. Now, I'm going to get a new plate with white paint because this palette knife is a little, you know, just doesn't quite work the same way as a paintbrush. It's kind of hard to sometimes keep all the paint in the right part of the palette, and it gets another color. So I'm going to take a new plate, and I'm going to take white paint here, and we're going to put the little details on our mountain. Is that still wet? Shit. Okay, I do need to blow dry more. What's been going on, though? I watched A Knock at the Cabin Door last night. I like M. Night Shyamalan movies, so I'm always interested in his movies, and that movie got a low rating, and I watched it, and honestly, it probably deserved it. It was kind of a C- movie, but I liked it. But Knock at the Cabin Door is like this really weird premise where these people just show up these people's cabin and are like, the world's ending and you gotta do this or everyone's gonna die, and I don't know, it's pretty weird. I had an idea for a movie called Knock at the Bathroom Door, and they show up and they're like, the world's gonna end unless you die on the toilet. But I'm sure that movie's in the making. But Knock at the Cabin Door was okay. Oh, I've been watching a lot of the new Black Mirror seasons out. I love Black Mirror, and I'll say, new season's not bad. The last couple seasons I thought kind of sucked, but especially that one with the one with Miley Cyrus and the Striking Vipers season. That season, definitely the worst. I mean, what was that? That season was garbage. Anyway, but I like the new season. I really have been watching it, into it. I'm almost through that season. It's been cool. New season of Sunny's out. I'm watching that. That new season of Sunny's also pretty killer. Okay, let's take our palette knife. I'm going to use this short edge here. I like this edge right here. I'm going to take that. I'm just going to start I kind of lay it down flat to my plate there, and I kind of get some paint on both sides. And I'm just going to kind of go for it. I'm not going to go to the very tippy top. I want to leave a little space between the very top and this. Excuse me. And then I'm just going to take it, and I'm just going to drag and pull off, okay? Pull away, okay? Pull away like a friend at a party who's starting to get into some real questionable territory, conversation where you're like, oh, I'm just gonna pull away here, get out of the situation. Okay, then once you get on there, you can also kind of pull this down, kind of make some more texture. So you don't always have to have paint on your brush necessarily to make some of these textures, but you kind of find some cool little, do that, and you get these cool things, and then you can kind of pull them out or over or down. It kind of gives you a cool texture, okay? You'll start finding little things you can do to maybe make it a little more detailed in areas, but really you can kind of less is better here, don't overdo it. But, give it a little bit of stuff like that, and it looks like really cool details on the mountain, okay? Okay, and we're gonna stop that right there, okay? Pretty good. Looks fine to me. The other thing bugging me, maybe I could go all the way to the edge on some of these parts. Maybe I put a little white right here. Maybe I could take some of the white on the edge. I don't want to do too much of this, but probably be good to have some going to the edge, Whatever. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, there's that. Okay, that concludes all of the things we need our palette knife for. That one spot, okay? Okay, let's go ahead and go down here. Let's put some more details on here. I'm going to switch to my medium flat brush. All right. Tap, tap, tap-a-roo. Okay, and we're going to get some more of this dark gray-blue paint. We're going to take this paint, and I'm going to go in here, and here's what I want to do. Maybe some of these mountains stick up high, okay, above the fog. And there's not as much fog lightening that making them lighter. So maybe up here, this very tippy top of this one, it's a little dark. A little dark. Oh, getting a little drip. Don't drip. Don't get the drips. Okay, well there's a little bit of that. Maybe I put a little here. And you could kind of blend this away a little bit. But I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till it dry, until I get these spots in. Then I can go back and kind of. Wait, I guess I'm kind of doing all of them, but I don't really need to do all of them. But I'm doing it anyway. So, and then I can take my brush and dry it off. I'm gonna kind of blend. I can do a little bit of a blend on that edge, so it's not such a harsh edge. But it should be a little harsh. It's kind of like just sticking right at the top. And that's kind of why it's darker right there. It's just right above the fog line. And this isn't really blending at all. Dried really fast. Okay, but hey, there we go, right? I'm trying to think. Other things you could do, yeah, like maybe this is a little too much white in here. I could take some of this and, I don't know. Take a very little amount and kind of sprinkle it in there. Let's sprinkle some in, okay? Let's go sprinkling. Maybe you can get some painter brush, wipe it off a little bit so it's very light. You can kind of add some of this fog. It's very light brush texture. So it's just a little bit extra. It's not just all white in one area. This spot's kind of boring, Maybe put a little bit of that in there, Hey, looks fine to me, okay? Let's take a shot of whiskey, okay? And keep moving. Let's see, what else is it? We go through our national days. We could do that. Well, let's paint this in, then let's do the national days. Cheers. Okay. Shot 6. Again, anybody watching wants to win a free painting. Today's trivia question is, what is the worst board game? Is it A, Toots and Splatters, B, Monotony, C, Peckers, D, Handyland, E, Cattleship, F, Mousecrap, G, Don't Break Daddy, or H, Charades? Okay? You want to win a free painting? Give it a guess. Okay, now we're going to add some little texture in here, okay? Some texture. Now, I'm not using my sponge yet. You could use your sponge a little bit in this area, but I'm going to start with my round brush. Okay? Now, this is where we're going to want some yellow along with blue and black. I've still got some blue and black on this plate, so I'll just use that. So let's go. Oh, damn it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some blue on this plate. Black. Alright, let's go ahead and just start mixing this up. Let's mix blue, white, black. We want this to be kind of just a foggy grayish green. So now we've got some, yellow in there. Let's add some yellow. In my heart. So there we go. A little bit of a green, but I want it to be a little bit more gray. I'll take probably a little more black and white. That's about the right shade. But it needs to be more gray. We're gonna have to be a little careful, get just a little bit of black, just the right amount of white. And there we go. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Maybe I could make it a little more. Really go with it, whatever you want. It could be a little more green than this. It could be a little more gray. Really, it's okay. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to start. This is going to be kind of on the edge of my. Yeah, I should go a little darker. Maybe a little darker. Let's get a little bit more black and blue in here. And I can take a little bit more yellow, but definitely a little bit more black. As you go, it should be a little bit darker than this, just barely. And I will grab some more yellow. Alright. Okay, Mom says mousetrap. That's not one of the guesses. Mousecrap? Mousetrap was kind of fun. Mousecrap. A little bit different game. Okay, so I'm basically just gonna go right along the edge of this right here. Let's go right along the edge of this. I'm just gonna kind of press down. Just make some thick. Now, once your paintbrush starts drying out, that's a good thing. Let it dry out. I kind of actually want that in a minute, but right now let's just get this in. Alright. Rock and roll. Okay, let me put a little bit back here. This is going to be... What was that? Where did I stick my brush in? What'd I stick my brush in? Just sticking your brush in anything, aren't you? Okay, there we go. Okay, now, once I get it to about there, I might wipe my brush off a little bit, but we kind of start using this dry texture. I'm going to start kind of like just dabbing the crap out of it, okay? Just start dabbing the crap out of it, okay? Here we go. Here we go. I'm just going to bring this down, okay? Bring it down to the bottom of these mountains here. Okay, it kind of fades off, and it's working in my favor. I kind of want it to be really light down there. See, it's just kind of very loose and light. It's barely, there's like no paint on my brush, practically. It's kind of like working in my favor. Okay, okay. Okay, we'll do a little bit of paint here, and then as it goes down, it's going to, again, fade off a little bit. And that's going to be a good thing. Okay, but we're not done. We'll take some white and kind of blob some white in here at the bottom. Kind of blend in with it. Nobody gives us fudge. Oh, that had a little more white in it. Ooh, that's nice. I kind of went ahead and I actually accidentally kind of did the next step a little bit. Okay, so we're going to bring this in. Keep that dark color on your brush. Okay, let's fill some of this in. Don't go fill it in too much. Try to dab around randomly. Try not to just like make it totally solid. You know, break up that line a little bit. I like this edge is kind of going along this way. Maybe go up and down to kind of break it up. Maybe that'll kind of help it not look so uniform. But we're basically just going to kind of like bring this dark color down. As it goes down, we're going to run out of paint. It's going to get a little lighter and fade off. Like so. Rock and roll down. Something like this, okay? Okay, let's take white paint now. Some more white paint. And I'm just going to start dipping my brush in white. I'm just going to dip it in white, okay? There's white paint. And I'm going to start kind of going in reverse here. Go in reverse. Start at the bottom. Start first at the very, very bottom with all the whitest spots. Alright, like so. Get that in those spots first. Maybe a little bit down here. I'd be real careful in here. Especially if you already got a spot and you like it, maybe don't mess that up. But, start down here at the bottom. There we go. Alright, once we get this in, now we kind of bring this up into it. And this kind of starts blending in with that color. Kind of got to do this quickly. Well, if you want, you can just take more of your dark color and put it back in there if it's already drying out, and then it'll mix with your white colors more. This is kind of how we get that texture and how it's kind of fading off there at the bottom. You can kind of bring this up high wherever you want in certain areas. But I would kind of let it just kind of go into the dark colors at the top, keep the light colors at the bottom, etc., etc., so on and so forth. And yeah, and that's how you do this part. Let's see, what's going on? What have I been doing? Moving stuff, getting some new furnitures. you know, it's adjusting to life, you know. Life just changes. And just been thinking a lot lately. You know, what is life? What even is a roommate, you know? What even is anything? You know, who am I? What do I believe? Is my dog an INTJ, you know? What is anything? Here, Google, is my dog an INTJ? Okay, now my brush is a little drier. Let's take that and kind of like fudge that up a little bit. Get some of that white color in there. Google, is my goldfish a level number 4 on the Enneagram? Dear Google, is my parakeet a Satanist? How to tell if your parrot is a Satanist? Hey, there we go. We kind of got, there she goes again. Okay, there we go. We got that step in. Let's blow dry. Let's go through the national days today. It's 15 different things, okay? It is National Hydrography Day, National Go Skateboarding Day, National Humanist Day, National Smoothie Day, National Selfie Day, National Seashell Day. It's National Peace and Prayer Day. It's National Ann and Samantha Day. It's National Peaches and Cream Day. National Day of the Gong Day, National Summer Begins Day, National Arizona Day, National Giraffe Day, National Daylight Appreciation Day, and National International Day of Yoga. 15 different things. Like, kind of loses its meaning a little bit, you know? Let's focus on a couple. Hydrography, that's maps that show bodies of water. And then there's go skateboarding. Everyone just go skateboarding today, okay? National Humanist Day, I guess that's like racist, but humanist, like you just hate humans, you know? I don't think it's National Submarine Day. Why do you ask, Mick? It's National Selfie Day, which brings me to my AI art-generated selfie. I gave it a bunch of pictures of myself and did an AI art-generated selfies. This is one of them it gave me. I think it thinks I'm a lady. Submarine. No, this, I think I did see something. Someone died in a submarine. Let's see. It's also National Anne Frank and Samantha Smith. I think Smith. Samantha McSmith. McSmith, I think. No. Anne Frank and Samantha show some other girl in the Cold War, I think. I don't know. And then right below that, it's National Peaches and Cream Day. Okay. So you go from Anne Frank Day to National Peaches and Cream. There's peaches and cream. And that's what we're celebrating today. Doesn't that just look disgusting? Okay. Let's see. It's also National Day of the Gong Day. It's National Arizona Day. National Giraffe Day. There we go. Little baby giraffe for you. And, yeah, I don't know. Oh, yeah, it's National Summer Begins Day. Oh, yeah, summer solstice. Yeah, that's something to do with the Ann and Samantha Day. Okay, I think that's dry. Let's take a shot. Mick, did you see the trivia question? Mick, I'll do the trivia question again here in a minute so you can take a guess. Okay. Trivia question today is, what is the worst board game? Is it A, Toots and Splatters, B, Monotony, C, Peckers, D, Handyland, F, Cattle Ship, F, Mousecrap, G, Don't Break Daddy, or H, Charades? All right. Now, Mousecrap's already been guessed. My mom guessed mouse crap. Cheers. Mouse crap? Is it goated? A game where you just pick up mouse crap? Alright. Again, this is an AI generated selfie of me. Haven't heard of G. Don't break daddy. Yeah, they did don't wake daddy, and then don't break daddy, just like don't break daddy mentally. He's gonna flip a switch, you know. And then this is a picture of a monkey with a banana on his head. This one just brings me joy. It brings joy to me. Okay, last step. Here we go. Let's take our chalk and let's draw in. Did I count that shot? I don't believe that I did. I don't believe that. Let's take one more shot, you know, just because this painting is going real quick. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna draw on our trees and we're gonna paint the trees in. Cheers. Okay, whichever color works best for you. Let's see, what shows up better? Orange or blue? I think orange shows up better. Okay, let's take our orange chalk. You can use whatever color chalk you want. Okay, let's start with a couple big trees here. Get our big trees in. This one's gonna be our biggest one. It's gonna go something like that. Excuse me. Okay. Let's try another. Here's our other big tree. Another big one here. This one over here. God. Okay, maybe another one there. Okay, now we're gonna put some branches in. Okay, this is I don't know what kind of tree this is, but it's got some little tree branches that come out. I'm just gonna start branching out. Okay, let's branch out a little bit. Okay. Let's branch out. Don't bark at me. Don't be a birch. What else? What's another stupid tree pun? Okay, so anyway, I just want these. I'm put little branches. Let's put some branches going every which way off these. It's important to make them come out kind of like at a Y, or like a T, or don't just make them come straight out. You want them to kind of branch out at an angle. And then you can also put some more just kind of coming off the bottom of the canvas where there's some just sticking up. All right. Stick out like a sore Mick, you know. Was there even a strategy to poops and shatters? You know, poops and splatters. Was there a strategy? Not really. I mean, maybe there's some kind. I guarantee you could probably find something online where it's like the ultimate strategy to poops and splatters. You know, you want the splatters because that takes you up, you know. But then the poops take you down. Final answer is G, or poops and splatters. Hey Mick, do you ever eat peaches and cream? Peaches and cream is a very funny thing that I say all the time. Then this is actual peaches and cream. Okay, Mick guesses A. Toots and splatters. Good guess, Mick. Mick, good guess. I don't know, Peckers kind of sucked. That game was not fun. We'll come back to that. Okay, let's take now this is where okay, you can use your medium round brush or your medium flat brush for the trees. Like from the Skittles commercial, Toots and Splatters. Is there a Skittles commercial about Toots and Splatters? Is that what you're telling me, Mick? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Is that there's a Toots and Splatters Skittles commercial? I don't believe you. I don't believe you, Mick. Okay, let's take my medium flat brush, and let's take that. Let's get black paint. Alright, medium flat brush. Let's take that, let's stir it in with my black, stir the water in. Get the water all mixed in. Get it all mixed in. Oh, what else has been going on? I'm trying to remember what I did this week. I ordered a bed frame online. I'll actually have like a real bed frame. Okay, so we got our black paint, we got the water stirred in. Now I want to make some kind of thin lines. So I always like to scrape her off a little bit. Skittles commercial about peaches and cream. Share the link, Mick.
I'm looking.
Okay, now I want to press real lightly. I want to make these really thin lines, okay? So I want to press very lightly, drag with very little pressure. Keep my brush straight to my canvas, okay? Meaning it's going to go boink. I'm not going to hold it at any angle. I'm not trying to use the corner. I'm going to use all of the flat bristles of my brush right against the canvas. Okay, if I were to use my round brush, a little simpler, but you just want to again, hold it very lightly and drag, and as soon as you run out of paint, just stop, pull off, and get some more. Okay, and, shit. Fuck. It's fine. Alright, let's, okay, that makes me think my water's not mixed in enough. Got black paint on my brush. Put that thing back. Mick, have you seen A Knock at the Cabin Door? That new M. Night Shyamalan movie? Berries and cream. I was gonna say, peaches and cream. Sometimes I say peaches and cream when I'm frustrated. Kind of like I say cheese and crackers, you know? Like, cheese and crackers, peaches and cream. Instead of saying, like, you know, it's funny, why do people say that? Why is it like... fucks and shits or something? Like, it's like a PC version of some kind of thing. Have you seen, Knock at the Cabin Door, Mick? That new M. Night Shyamalan movie? If you haven't, you probably won't like it. But, the next M. Night Shyamalan movie is Knock at the Bathroom Door. No, it's not any good. Well, I like M. Night Shyamalan movies. I really do. Like, I like them. I don't care. Like, The Village, everyone hated The Village. I don't care that it's like, oh, it's kind of like a letdown that it's not something epic. It's just like this dumb little village that's stupid and they just don't know anything. I still thought that was interesting. It was a twist. I didn't see it coming. I just like twists, honestly. So I like Black Mirror. Have you seen the new Black Mirrors, Mick? Black Mirror's pretty interesting. I will say this. I think the last few Black Mirrors seasons blew big fat, you know, hippopotamus dick, but this new season's actually kind of back to old form a little bit. I think the newest season's pretty good. We're really mind-blowing episodes. And a couple that are just kind of like classic Black Mirror kind of stuff, you know? But yeah, the new Knock at the Cabin Door. Okay, so the premise is it's like the end of the world. And these people got visions that like the world's gonna end unless this random family sacrifices one person or something, and the whole time spent them trying to convince them that this is true. Of course, they're like, what are you talking about? You're crazy. And, no, but the problem with the movie is that there's no twist. It was just like, at the end, it's like, yeah, they're telling the truth the whole time, and it just, more like a drama, this family drama, like if they're gonna believe it or not. I was waiting for some big twist. Classic M. Night Shyamalan twist, you know? But it wasn't really there. Every so often you might want to mix water with this black paint, because black paint tends to dry out. I don't know. Maybe it just takes me, I don't know why, but I feel like with black paint I have to add more water. Hey Mick, remember when you asked me why certain paint colors dry out more than others? And I said, I'm gonna look that up and find out. Well, guess what? I didn't. I'm still thinking about that all the time. I'm like, yeah, I should just look this up, but I don't. So I don't know why. I kind of looked it up like for like 2 seconds, but then I think my ADD just like saw, I don't know, a picture of a Pokemon or something on the side, and I just clicked on that, and I totally forgot. Someday I'll figure it out though, Meg. Won't you pick me up right now? So anyway, this is painting. You're just painting stuff in. You tell the world, you know that we'll be weak. Oh boy, I've been trusting you. You know, I don't like these like stopping right here. Fudge that. Let's mix them up. Oh yeah? Boom. Whoa, they crisscrossed applesauce. Yeah, they did crisscross applesauce, you know? Looks more real. Looks more real that way. Say yes or say no. Mick, do you have a cat? Didn't you say you had a cat? You should share a picture of your cat. Is anyone watching on TikTok? One person? Okay. Hey, thanks for watching, whoever's out there. I don't know. Lately, I think I've been going off the deep end a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little deep end action. I've not been, It's just, you know, I saw a knock at the bathroom door and it shattered my world, and I just been going a little off the deep end lately because of that, and because I played the game Toots and Splatters the other day and really wrecked my world. Mick, you are really good at Toots and Splatters, though. I remember, you were always good at that game, you know? You're good at lots of stuff, Mick.
Yeah, we ain't checking on what's up. Watching all the gossip and I think I seen enough. Ignoring
Okay, we're almost done. We've almost got the trees in. You don't know about how good you are at Toots and Splatters? Remember we'd play Toots and Splatters all the time when we lived together? You don't remember that? You were pretty drunk on power the whole time, so you probably don't remember. You were pretty fucking high on huffing gasoline. Mick used to huff gasoline all the time. I get in my car and I'm like, I just got gas yesterday. And he was just huffing my gasoline. Okay, we did it. We got our trees in. Look at that. Mick, you know it. Oh, the positive stuff? No, you are good at lots of things, Mick. You're a very a skilled person at things, I think. Okay, let's take another shot, and maybe again, let's maybe show another picture of peaches and cream. A little picture of peaches and cream while we take a shot. Cheers. Google, is my dog an ISTJ? Google, is my parakeet a Satanist? Okay, let's make ourselves a green. What makes green? That's right, blue and yellow. Good job. Blue and yellow. No, I'm drinking 4 Roses. Peaches and cream Crown Royal. It's actually peaches and cream 4 Roses. Ugh. Okay. Okay. Let's take a brush, any brush really. Mix up a green color.
I'ma push through. Keep cutting checks for my intellect. This minds are meant to improve, right? Opinions don't matter to me. I'd rather just battle the beat. I notice the pattern and take it as Saturn together. I'd rather just come with the rings.
Make ourselves a nice green color. Yellow and blue. Probably need more yellow than blue. We're gonna start with our darker greens, so we'll add more yellow later to make it darker. This is probably a good medium green right here.
Stuck in my mental, I never get hit to the height. Seeing my journey, my eyes are just hooked on the prize. Dumping the shit, then hopping.
Sorry, Mick, I just got done playing a game of mouse crap, and like whole generations of mouse crap that I had to clean up. Okay, let's take our sponge. Now it's sponge time, okay? Let's take our sponge and let's dip it in green, okay? We're dipping our sponge in green. Look at that. And what we're going to do is we're just going to start toots and splattering, okay? Let's just start toots and splattering. Here we go. Now, the first ones you put on are going to be the thicker ones, so let's kind of decide where our big, thick splatters and toots and splatters are. There we go. Okay, there's another big one right there, okay? Let's put a big spot right here. Oh, maybe a little here. Oh, yeah. So, we kind of start with our big thick spots, then our sponge a little dried out, we can kind of get these little spots, and then we start having our fun here. We start putting all the little spots in. There we go. Hot out as a raining days. Sorry I've been so off, I played a game of charades yesterday. It's like fucked with me. Okay. Here. Let's put some down at the bottom too, okay? Because there's got to be some little, you know, leaves and branches down here at the bottom as well. Damn bright for rain. Okay, now once it's really dried out, then you can kind of really go a little bit more nutso with it. Okay, so now once I got that, what I want to do is I want to take, let's take a little bit more green, or more blue, make a darker green. It's the memory that I... There we go, got a little bit of dark green now. Jesus Christ, okay. Hey, again, anybody want to win a free painting? Today's trivia question. What's the worst board game? I will say Handyland. Handyland might be the worst, if I'm being honest. You know, Handyland, it's fun the first time, I guess, or it's kind of interesting, and then you're like, I don't know, after so many times of giving handies out, like, I don't know, Handyland's kind of might be the worst, I don't know. Okay, there's some darker greens, okay. Let's take our little sponge now. This is what my bowl's for. I got my bowl of water. Let's take that sponge and put it in there. Okay, now let's dip in some black. Okay, I'm gonna be real sparse with this, so I just got a little bit on there. Not crazy. Maybe I put a little bit of black in there. Just little dabs. Ooh, that might be a little too much. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Okay, now last thing I might do is take some light greens. Let's put the light greens on last. Let's go ahead and get our sponge washed out. Is Charlie's Game with Uncle Jack the worst? I don't want to play... What do they call it? I was like... I don't want to play any kind of game with you, Uncle Jack. Let's get more yellow. Let's dip this in yellow. We're gonna get a light. I got a real light green. Yellow, and the yellow gets in some of your green. It's kind of a light yellowy green. Let's put that on here last. That'll be the last section here. We'll make sure we get that. Just kind of sparsely. Put that more towards maybe the tops of your little patches of... It's all for your entertainment. There we go. Hey, we did it. Well, there you go. That's the painting for today. Hope everybody had a good time and enjoyed the painting. And I should probably take another shot. I didn't do as many shots today as normal. I mean, I think I did miss one. So I'll take one more, and I mean, it'll be 9. I think I've done one more. So maybe that I'll count that in my mind as double digits. I'll just lie to myself. Count that as double digits. You know, it's kind of stupid to think that you know anything. Like, I think that's a big problem. That was my problem. I used to think I used to be a know-it-all. And then I kind of switched to being like, no, I think I don't know anything. And it's really, I don't know. I don't care about, telling you how good, but I feel like, it's a big thing. You don't know shit. I feel like thinking that you know things and expecting things is what brings you... What am I talking about? Okay, again, today's trivia question. Let's take a shot, and then I'll talk about the trivia question. Again, today's National Giraffe Day. It's national lots of things. National Humanist Day, National Peace and Prayer Day, National Anne Frank and Samantha McSmith Day, and then it's also things like National Giraffe Day, and National Peaches and Cream Day. Okay, a National Selfie Day. It's fucking National Selfie Day, right? All right, let's take a shot. Let's talk about the trivia question. I need to paint my edges and sign my name. So let's do that. Oh, yeah. Entertainment. Cheers. Ah. Okay. Let's take a little baby brush. I think... Oh, God. Okay. I think I'm gonna just get a blue and white, a very, very light blue. Let's do that. Okay, let me paint my edges like a very light blue. No, maybe just this green, actually. That's fine. This is kind of color I'm getting. Just take that. Paint the edges this color. Why fucking not, you know? Who effing cares, you know? Alright, let me paint my side edges and sign my name. Then I'll talk about the trivia question. And how, I think my goldfish is a Muslim. No, just kidding. How I think it's, how I think it's, ENTJ. I just think it'd be funny to think of, like, what's your pet? Is my pet a Christian? Is my pet a QAnon believer? Is my pet Banksy? Is that who Banksy is? My cat? Fish from South Park? Is there a fish in South Park that's... Yeah, how do you talk to your cat about gun violence? You know, it's a hard conversation to have. Yeah, like... Listen, Whiskers. I know this has been keeping you up at night. You've been thinking about this a lot, Whiskers, but gun violence is... I don't know. Look, Whiskers, stop crying. They're not gonna shoot you, Whiskers. Sign your name. Okay, today's trivia question was, what was the worst board game? Is it A, Toots and Splatters, B, Monotony, C, Peckers, D, Handyland, E, Cattleship, F, Mousecraft, D, Don't Break Daddy, or H, Charades? So, a couple of these stick out. You know, Monotony is just kind of boring, but whatever, it's fine. Handyland was kind of a nightmare. Really a big one there. Handyland was pretty rough. Charades, though, might be the worst. Mousecraft was just kind of gross, and kind of same with Toots and Splatters, but... And then Cattleship was just kind of boring. But the worst, by far, I think, was Handyland, okay? Now, that's okay if you didn't guess it. Anyone that guessed today gets a free painting. So, Mick, congratulations. Congratulations, Mick. Give this to your cat. Maybe to console it after all the gun violence it's had to withstand. And, thank you guys for watching. And, there we go. Okay. Thank you guys. I love you. Goodbye.